Well, I'm Dick Fisher. This is my wife, Clara Fisher. We've been married 62 years. We have 11 children. We have, how many, 35 grandchildren, thereabouts. We got married in 1947. As far as having children, that comes natural.
Our oldest one was born 10 months after we were married.
Yeah, we got into marriage deeply, quickly.
And we didn't have any insurance or anything.
What do you think some of the things that you did right were?
Probably think of the things we did wrong easier, but
They all had chores to do. I think every one of our boys knew how to cook and how to make a meal. Never made them, but I encouraged them to learn to cook and help clean the house. And they didn't have television right away when we didn't have a television. So we learned to play games and do things together. And I think that's really a part of it. We always tried to get them to bed by 8 o'clock.
they all went to bed.
Yeah.
We had our evening to ourselves.
Yeah.
With 11 children, how did you make each one feel special?
So, I don't know.
Well,
How did we do that?
I think
They're all different and special in their own way, and I think they realized we knew that, and we accepted them as they were,
yeah.
for what they were, and for what they could do or couldn't do, and what we'd ask of some, things we would not ask of others, because we know their capabilities and their liabilities. So
And we praised them a lot.
What kind of parents did you try to be when you first started having children?
I pretty much raised them with the thought that I'll raise them to respect us. And if they respect us, later on they'll love us. You don't know with kids. Experiment. Didn't you experiment with yours? It's a guess.
You don't buy them everything they want. They can want it. Maybe if you want them to have it, they should earn it. When you go to these garage sales and you see the toys that are out there for those 2 kids that they got, that's enough toys for
10 kids, 20 kids.
and they don't appreciate it.
Were there some things that you tried to do as husband and wife to model for them, like affection for one another? And
She'll tell you I've never been affectionate. But I'll tell you we've got 11 kids.
was the world different then?
Yes,
Oh, yes.
it was much different. I think it's harder because there's so much more to attract the kids' attention away from the real world they live in. They've got everything under the sun to do. They got their baseball, they got their football, they got their hockeys. They got so many things that kids get involved in. They take up so much of their parents' time that parents don't even have time to enjoy each other. And the kids are probably sick and tired of running their legs off doing this, that, and the other thing. It's different. Back then we could enjoy our home life and mingle together and do things together. I don't think you get that much anymore. No, our kids not only played with one another, they needed each other.
Yeah.
It was all part of growing up. I think our kids learn by example from Mom and me. They saw how we lived, got along, figured that's the way.
There's certain things you can't read out of a book. What would you tell someone who's just starting out as a mom and a dad?
You can't read love out of a book. You have to love. That's about everything. When it comes to a marriage or children, love.
Yeah.
So your kids mean a lot to you.
Oh, they mean a lot. Oh, yes. That's what we live for, our kids.